Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Rayman Advance. In the last episode, we got to Bandland, and this time we've unlocked the level Allegro Presto, which at least this first scene of it is quite a lot of fun, because you're basically it's kind of like a roller coaster. Follow the tings and you'll be fine, as is always the rule. So yeah, you kind of go fast and do these rolling jumps, and so this is, in case you hadn't noticed, this is ice physics, which can be fun, it can be brutally punishing. You long-standing viewers will know my general opinions on ice physics in the game. But this level's quite good fun, and the name is a musical thing, obviously, because it's Bandland. Allegro Presto, which would mean fast, in terms of playing music. And Allegro is a piece that's quite fast, and Presto means play this fast. So, fasty, fast. Let's get back to where we were. Oh, bugger. You can't actually crawl forward like that, it's just... So I'm playing this with an analog stick instead of a D-pad, and holding both directions at the same time means I have to very precisely hold diagonally, and it can be a bit tricky to do. But that's my own stupid fault. Oh, there was a cloud up there, but I don't know if I was supposed to go there or not. This is the thing, when you first play through a level, you just kind of... It's like I was saying last episode, it's kind of like a Sonic game, or it makes me think of that, in that you just kind of go through it, and eventually everything kind of works out, and you'll generally, as long as you keep moving, you'll end up at either an electron or the end. Oh, trumpet blokes here, I think. Yeah, so they push you. They push you. And all we need to do here is just jump at the right time. And we will just slide between the two sides, and the trumpets will keep pushing us upwards. Oh, no. Crap, I've lost momentum. Oh, nope, can't make those jumps. You really need the oomph from the trumpet. Trumpet, I said that really weirdly. This level is made a lot easier by a power-up we don't have yet, as is often the case. So it means later on when you do have to go back and replay levels for electoons, it tends to be easier because you've got power-ups which you never had when you first did them. And, oh, balls! Okay, those aren't the types of spikes that kill you instantly. That's good. Oh, I was really thinking that was going to be a bother to do. Ah, look at this one! There's regular trumpets, and there's also sucky-backy trumpets, which is that one. And sucky-backy, there we go. I really wish I hadn't called it that. But you know, here we are. Oh, what the fool you do? That looked like a weird question mark. Ow, you, whoa! Okay, I was going to talk about something then, but there was... Aye! So what I was going to mention here is under normal conditions, both of these guys push you into one another. You have to cancel one of them out in order to move in the opposite direction. So if we kill this one, or not, apparently, there we go. Now you get shot forward. And I need to be prepared for the fact that these are springy clouds. There we go. Much nicer, don't you agree? Oh, and that's the end of that scene. Oh, now right to this music. I don't know what that dark thing did, and quite frankly, I don't want to find out. Oh, I made a rotatey appear. I'm not dealing with that for now. I need another power-up that I haven't got. Yeah, this particular version of the music is incredibly infuriating. It's not actually that bad, I just associate it with a particularly nasty level, which I suspect is next, I think, which just has some... Well, you know, at least I just got a photograph here, so that's something at least. That was one of the weird things with the DSi version of this, was... So the DSi had a camera facing you, and whenever you got one of those checkpoints, it would take a picture of you, like, of your face, which were, firstly... A surprise selfie from a DS's camera is never going to look particularly good. But on top of that, it always made a camera sound and you couldn't fucking turn it off. Even if you turned the volume all the way down, it was incredibly infuriating. So you'd be, and then basically, so same if you had headphones in, oh yes, that did, ooh, tings were pointing down there. Let's go down there. Where there's a ting, there's a way. Oh, balls. What the fuck? Tings have lied to me. Maybe I should fall. Yes! Ah. Oh, balls. Well, who knows what's going on there. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, look at that, an electoon! And there's a dark ting there to the left, which will either give me a way back or make some nastiness appear. It gave me an easy way back, that was good of it. But yes, so that meant with the DSi version, one of the only real issues with it is, yeah, you couldn't... Okay, not to say you couldn't play it in public, but if you did, whenever you got a checkpoint, there'd what the fuck? Alright, let's take this a bit more... Good one! As I meant to say there, let's take this one a bit more slowly. Let's not fly off the end like a lunatic. Oh, there we go. Right, there's a little one there, and I have to time this with that stupid monk. There we go, time with the monk, and we're on to the thing. So, there's a series of dark tings up here with falling platforms, and I believe that's the end of that sequence. Nope, it's not. Yes, it is. We had to actually use a dark ting there to make the exit sign appear, which is pretty nasty. Okay, now we've got busted notes on this that we need to dodge, but other than that, so yes, as I meant to say there, if you played the DSi version in public, it would just occasionally make a camera noise, which sounds really fucking dodgy. It sounds like you're taking photos of random people on the bus or whatever. So that was my only real concern with that one. And slide. Ooh, just made it. I do find this quite relaxing, some parts of this, where you can just follow the trails of things, and it's just like a kind of fun roller coaster. And certainly the power-ups you get a little later in the game make this one both easier and more fun. Oh, I wanted to try and get up there because it looked like there was some exciting nonsense there. I think there will have been electoons. I mentioned earlier about kind of coming back for electoons. That is actually a necessity. This is a weird game in that you have to 100% it. I guess it's a bit more of an older style of doing games, and this is a very much older game than it appears. I think the Game Boy Advance version was something in the region of 2003. Ow, I want to say. But the original was a PC game, I think. First, it was like 96 or something like that. So it's old as balls. And as such, it kind of has that older thing. So you have to have got, in order to unlock the final level, you need to have freed the electoons on. Did my microphone just pop? Ow! It is. My microphone's popping by itself. That's not even me spitting into it. Something. Oh, I'm dead. What the fuck? Ugh. I think something's wrong with my electricity. I don't know what could be wrong with my electricity. Oh well. Well, we'll figure it out, yeah. The microphone was just making, like, overloading pop sounds by itself. Maybe I'll have edited them out. Maybe I won't, and you'll know what I'm talking about there. But yes, you need to have got every electoon on every level in order to actually unlock the final level, which can be a bit shitty, actually. Some of them are really hard to find. But that's what I'm here for, to show people what to do. I'm always curious. Oh! Look at this! This is our first boss. We saw him very briefly there, and now he's fucked off. We don't know his name yet, but we'll figure it out pretty soon. Now we get a really fucking useful power-up. Things are not going to get any easier for you, Rayman. But this new power will make you stronger. Won't make you stronger, but it makes you a lot more fucking powerful, certainly. Ugh, not powerful, that's not the right word. Useful. It makes things easier. Now you can use your hair as a helicopter. So we can basically hover. Think like Yoshi's flutter jump thing. So we can press A and then A again in midair to hover. Bloody handy. And now we keep that power, as I say, so now that unlocks quite a lot in earlier levels. And this is why I didn't initially go back and do the stuff in Pink Plant Woods. The Dream Forest even, because I think it's made a lot easier by having helicopter. Got a split of ways here. We've got Gong Heights over here, which is a cruel and unusual level. And we've got Twilight Gulch over here. This game is how I learnt the word gulch. Didn't know what it meant. I had to look it up. Twilight Gulch is a slightly strange level in that it requires a power-up we do not yet have. If we look here and fly, there's that bird thing up there. I called it a ringy bird for obvious reasons. Other than that ringy bird, we can't do anything here. And you can spend quite a lot of time fanning around. But whatever you do, the ringy bird doesn't really seem to react to anything. So you are forced to give up until we have a later power-up, so we'll be coming back to that in a bit, the next zone, the Blue Mountains, but for now we're going to finish up Bandland, well not finish up Bandland, we're going to proceed with Bandland through to Gong Heights, which as I say is well you'll see, it's a real cruel and unusual and punishing experience in general. Ooh, things, excellent, well things including flies. Has this made a electoon appear? Yes, it has. So often this is a way that you find electoons. You go somewhere unusual, trigger a Darktoon, and then kind of retrace your Darkting, and you retrace your steps, and then you'll find an electoon back where you kind of left the main path. So much of this is basically about just using the cycles of these gong things, right? Not gongs. Monks. The monks with the fucking bongos. Right. Oh no! I've got to time it between those two. There we go. Yeah, I was a bit confused, but in between those two recorders is a dark thing, but I guess you have to drop down on it from above. Right, can I get up onto these clouds from here? Yes, I can. And now, aha! Look, second electoon. Doesn't matter if you die. Electoons always save having been got. Hopefully, if we drop down. That was a bit shitty of it. Spawn a fucking disappeary cloud, why don't you, game, you piece of garbage? Now here we should just be able to go onto this monk and proceed as we were. Those ones were, oh bloody hell. Those monks with the bongos they're the good ones. Handy! I thought I died. In fact, I got the opposite of died. A word. That wasn't very good, was it? But yes, I actually got that checkpoint, which is bloody handy to have, which I wouldn't have come across necessarily normally. Right, what's going on here? Oh, this one's a bitch, isn't it? Yeah, you got to really time with the jump to get the maximum height off it. I'm so glad they give you helicopter for this. Not that I've used it a huge deal so far, but it's like Yoshi's Flutter Jumping, just that it gives you a bit of wiggle room in case you fuck to jump up. Do I really have to make that whole thing in one? Onto that weird... I don't even know what to call this. Like a kind of balls accordion. It's the only real phrase. It describes it, certainly. I'll get rid of that fly E because I can see him being a problem later. Oh, and there's a rotate E. Wonderful. Everything's kicking off here. Is there anything underneath us? No. As I was wondering if there was another secret save point. Ooh, I really think I shouldn't have landed on that bongo. But I'll allow it. Is this the weird bounce? No, it's not the weird bouncy one. Oh! This level absolutely gives me the fear. It's just old school, mingy challenging platforming for me. You really, do you know what I mean sometimes where you just get the fear when you're platforming? If you don't actually cock something up, oh, a weird button, oh! Right, let's try that again. So this is a weird kind of bouncing rotatey that shoots you outward, and you need to time its pulses with the balls accordion over there, and this bit's real shitty. There we go. Oh, yeah. At least, fortunately, that is the end of that particular scene, and that's the worst scene in Gong Heights. It actually gets a bit nicer and easier from now on. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, electron in my path. How very kind. They don't normally just drop you one like that. That's bloody handy. But yeah, this game's really bad for triggering. You know, sometimes in platforming, I don't know, wow, I think anyone who's played Ultimate Chicken Horse or something like that knows this thing. Occasionally, you just start freaking out, and like, you make a jump, but you land it fine, but only just, and then you start going, and then you tend to really lose your damn mind. And this game triggers that for me really badly in certain bits, especially with mingy moving platforms. This bit, at least, is quite nice. You just have to dodge some dark tunes, and that's basically it. So let's hop down here. Ooh, a golden fist. And a peach. Oh, and death! Well, that I don't feel is fair. Motherfucker, all the way back to the beginning. Right, let's try that again. No, it's going to give you a couple of good things, and then it's going to fuck you up in the proverbial region. Oh, I really thought there'd be a link to a, well, like a platform to a... Oh, that's just the end of the scene. That's why there's no checkpoint in that, because that's the scene over. Oh, and that's Gong Heights over. I guess it's just the first scene I think of as being particularly nasty. Apparent split of ways here is actually a lie. Up just goes to a save point again. So we get to the final level of Bandland, Mr. Sax's Hullaballoo. There's also, I learned the word Hullaballoo. Who says video games aren't educational? Oh, pause. How the fuck do I get up to any of that? Aye! Well, I'll figure that out later. So, we already earlier this episode. Oh, elf! So, we're small now. We can do everything we can do normally while we're small, except I'm not sure we can hang, and you move a lot slower, because you're tiny now. So an elf will shrink you down, and another elf will grow you back up again. I guess I really can't make that. I guess I gotta go. Do I have to do that jump? There we go. But yes, we met at the beginning of this episode, at the end of Allegro Presto. We met Mr. Sax briefly. Mr. Sax is the boss of Bandland, and we'll be taking on... So basically, all the bosses have names. They have a level named after them. So there's Mr... Well, if you look on the left, you'll see them in order. There's Mr. Stone. No, there's not Mr. Stone. There's Mosquito. He's the only one called Mr. something. There's Mosquito. There is Mr. Sax. There's Mr. Stone. There's Space Mama. There's Mr. Scops. And then there's the man himself. Ah, that's shitty. That lowers me down to the bloody... Ah, Spiky Boy. And there's the man himself at the bottom, Mr. Dark. Which I think is quite an amusing way of naming a villain. You will just give them just titles. So it's one of my favourite things. I weirdly found Mr. Dark strangely interesting as a villain just because you don't see or hear anything from him at all. He's just a very enigmatic character. But Mr. Dark is also... So I once, when I was much better at speaking Spanish than I currently am, in order to practice, I read Lord of the Rings in Spanish, and Sauron, the Dark Lord, for those who, if anyone knows... Ooh, a rotate E, this will lead to some fun thing, I'm sure. To anyone who knows any Spanish, Lord... So for the title Dark Lord for Sauron, Lord is just Señor. It can mean Lord, or it can just mean Mister. So Dark Lord is El Señor Oscuro, which also would technically translate to Mr. Dark. So I do wonder if in the Spanish version of this, people read him as he's just called the Dark Lord, which makes as much sense as Mr. Dark, I suppose. Oh, no, I'm Velfed again. Is that good? Do I want to be... Oh, no, there's a little cloud up there I'm sure will lead to some exciting goodies. Let's follow that along. Yeah, 7 electoons in each level is a lot, as I say. You never really... Oh, there was a hidden ducting there. Sometimes you don't even see the fucking things. God, these are... I'm freaking out trying to follow these things. Fuck. And there's not even any... I don't know why I'm freaking out so much. I'm not even going to cock up or lose anything if I fall here. I love how I said when I fall and then corrected to if I fall. Shows how positive I am about my own skills in this game. I was going to try and use that. I think there's a sneaky little shortcut that'll bring me back to where I need to be. No, oh, there is. Is there? Nope, there is not. Damn it, I was hoping I could get round this bit, because unfortunately I'm going to get elfed here. Elves are bi-directional though, like so for example if I grab this peach, basically if you move enough away from them and then go and touch them again, they will grow you as well, so you don't get stuck. It's not like there's a shrinking... What? Oh. Oh, I know how I need to get up there. I need to use a power-up I don't currently have. God, this is a big scene, this one. Or have I just been going on a number of detours for... oh, don't want to get that elf, certainly. I think I've just been going on a lot of detours for electoons, actually. Right. Oh, nice. Yeah, there's a kind of fine art to using the fist as a boomerang and kind of taking advantage of the way it returns to you. In order to damage enemies that you otherwise wouldn't necessarily get a shot at. Oh, that was real ballsy there. I should not have... I need to calm the fuck down here, I think. Ah, there's a ringy bird up there, but we can't interact with them yet, as I've said. I think now something happens. Yeah, well, there's a Bugsy, which we fought. Am I thinking of another bit? Maybe I'm thinking of another bit. Yeah, I am. I'm thinking of the next scene of this level, I think. Because it's something that used to scare the living shit out of me. So you have to do a slightly dodgy jump and hang there in order to get that peach. It's slightly unusual. So, this symbol thing, you stand towards the left of it, ow, and it will move in that direction. Jump at the right time when it starts to close on you to stop it from closing on you. I'll be honest, I've never quite figured out how that thing works. Now, this next part of the level used to scare the living shit out of me. Mr. Sachs is here, and you notice his health is in the bottom left. He throws notes, and you can shoot them back into him by punching them. Oop, and then he jumps, and now he's going to start following me. And him chasing you through the level used to scare the absolute shit out of me as a child. You'll see a number of those notes as you go along. Oh, I missed him with that one, damn it. Whenever you can, you want to try and hit them. Oh, yes, because they will fly back, and most of the time they will do him damage. Yeah, the fact that the screen shakes as you're going along here, I don't know why, it just scared the crap out of me when I was a child. Let's hit him with that one. Oh, did we miss that as well? We need to wait for him to get a bit closer, actually. Basically, we do this section, and then we go and fight him, and every note you hit him with now, the damage we do to him now sticks, and that's really bloody handy, because his boss fight's quite challenging, and we essentially get some free hits on him now. Oh, balls, he's there. That one hit. Brilliant. Oh, and here we go into him. Right, so... he fires those big notes that explode. You can just dodge them all by just hiding in the corner like this. He'll do 3 of them, I believe. And now get ready, and he'll do a normal note. This one, you smack into him. Then he'll jump, and we go over to the other side and proceed. We've got, looking at him, 1, 2, 3, probably 4, I would say, units of damage to do to him. Oh, no, he's learning. Generally, if you just hide in the bottom corner, you're generally safe from him. So that's... oh, no. Balls, yeah, then he does those ones which hit the floor. And then he's doing 2 little jumps rather than 1 big jump, which is really shitty of him, because then if you go into the middle there, he'll just land straight on you, which is a bit shitty. That's a floor 1, and then he's crossing over again. Oh, his movement can be quite hard to predict. There we go. Ah, I took a hit there, but at least I can stand to take a couple of hits. Oh, yeah. If I got all those notes hitting him properly on the kind of movement section, then he would be dead by now. You can really make life a lot easier for yourself by nailing those ones. He's gone high, which means he's not going to come down at all, which means I run underneath him safely. And that's another hit. 1 more hit, and we all have Mr. Sachs down. We've got 3 hits on us, which is pretty good. Ugh. Right, I've got 2 hits on us left, which is less good. I'm lucky I've got that peach, actually. So we do a floor, and then I'll do another floor 1, and then he'll transfer over to the other side, I think. Yep. He is very much actually in patterns. You just have to memorize a lot. And then now he'll do 1 and a yes, bam! Oh, it's such a catchy bit of music. It's totally worth the reward. It is a totally worthwhile reward for defeating a boss. And so we cross off on the visualizer there, Mr. Sachs. But note, we do not still have any ability to cross the Twilight Gulch. Therefore, next episode we need to make a bit of a trek back. Next episode we will be retracing our steps through the Dream Forest with the Swamps of Forgetfulness, and I hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.